much. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. As Courtney just touched on today, we are looking at education in the first part of our vertical specialist series. First thing I will ask you all to do is just join our Slido. The first questions we were going to ask was kind of an understanding of where you guys currently find yourselves within education, what kind of information, where you guys sit with Evolve IP, how comfortable you are with positioning Evolve IP at the moment. The idea of that question was to understand where you guys currently are, and hopefully by the end of today we would then know if we've improved that perception and you're in a stronger position to be able to position Evolve IP moving forward and have those conversations. But like I said, one of the reasons why we look at education as a vertical is there's roughly 32,000 schools in the UK and over 300,000 classrooms just in England itself, making it quite a large market to be able to go for. And there's also the conversation around the market consolidation with academy trusts too. So these trusts are looking for scalable solutions that are going to be able to move with the times and get more schools on platform with ease. So there's another slide over there. But what we want to look at first is kind of bring it back to basics, is what are the actual customers looking at? What is education vertical? What are they after? It's all well and good us sitting here selling you and you telling the customers to position this, that and the other. But actually, what are they trying to seek when they're looking for a new voice platform? So from our numerous experiences with already done deployments, we've provided some kind of notes on here that some of you may already come across, some may be new to you too. So the first one is that effective communication piece, parent and guardian communication being key. So schools need a dependable way to communicate with parents and guardians regarding the attendance, emergencies, or important updates. The internal communication needs to be seamless to be able to communicate within the school and across multiple sites within a trust, ensuring that the right information reaches the right people promptly. And of course, the emergency response side to it as well. So a reliable phone system is crucial for quick and efficient communication in the case of emergencies, whether to notify staff, students, parents, guardians, and of course, the emergency services. Then they start to look at the operational efficiency as well. Schools need to handle a wide range of calls on a daily basis that could be anything from attendance issues to scheduling changes or even student welfare concerns. So a reliable phone system ensures that smooth operation and reduces the administrative burden. And then we look at the educational trusts as well. They've got numerous schools, numerous locations, so having a central communication hub to coordinate those operations, share the resources, and handle inquiries across those numerous locations is key to them. And from my side, from being a parent as well, it's that safeguarding side, making sure our kids are going to school and being looked after in the right ways. So schools need to be able to track and record those calls for safeguarding purposes, comply with the various regulations, such as those related to data protection and child safety. And there's also the audit trail side of it as well. So again, a reliable phone system that can offer those audit trails, those critical communications, ensuring that record keeping standards are up to date. And then the other three areas are the integrations into school systems. So they want to integrate in with the management information systems, or MIS. You've got the likes of Harper or SIMS, which can then help the schools with attendance tracking, scheduling, and parent notifications. And unified communications between those as well. They're looking ever increasingly to try and find a way to bring together their messaging, email, and phone conversations, making communication faster and more efficient. Like any business, they want to be able to reduce costs, whether that's money, whether that's time. They're always trying to find a way to be more efficient with their resource management. So having a modern technology telephone system can help reduce those operational costs by streamlining the communication and but minimizing that need for the outdated or separated systems that we find in some places still. I touched on it earlier, the scalability as well. So when we're looking at schools that grow or join larger trusts, easy scale without requiring significant additional investment in infrastructure. And enhancements, where the magic happens, VoIP systems, we all know what VoIP systems do. We know the low cost compared to on-prem. So you've got the flexibility, the cost efficiency, and user maintenance. We've also got the mobile piece as well. So many schools will seek mobile integration so staff can communicate from anywhere, ensuring they remain accessible even when they are not in the building. You've got intelligent call routing and call queuing, and also the need to be able to record and have voicemails to make sure that no important communication is overlooked. That's a bit of an idea of what we've had in our experience up to this stage. Again, it'd be nice to hear from you guys if there's anything extra that you're coming across. The more we know, the more we can find out from you and your customers, the more we can work on the right solutions to fit and have those conversations. But at this moment in time, take it from that side to the side where we can go, okay, this is where we can sit in and this is where the solutions we can provide. So I've not started off with our end user licenses. I've started off with what our other solutions can start to wrap around and provide a better conversation, a better story to tell. So the first one is the integrations piece. So this is with the Kixi or Mondigo, it used to be Mondigo, now Kixi. So by Kixi integrated in with leading management information systems, such as the ones above, they're starting to tap directly into that tool, into that school's tool ecosystem. So these integrations for you guys start to shift that conversation from talking about voice technology and just the features that come with that to a broader discussion on how it can start to reduce costs, improve that communication, and streamline operations across the board. With the automatic screen pops, receptionists and admin staff can access student details instantly, improving that parent and guardian interaction while saving the valuable time. And this kind of streamlined approach ensures the compliance with safeguarding policies, reducing the risk of potential manual errors and liability concerns. We can also use this to start to boost the brand and the perception of a school within its community. So the enhanced communication tools start to reflect positively on your school's reputation, reinforcing a brand that prioritizes clear, responsive interactions, which if we all know, if we've tried putting our kids into a school, that's one of the first things we always look for is which one has got the best perception, which one's got the best brand, and which ones look best in the community. Features like click to dial, address book search, they start to eliminate the manual errors, allowing staff to work more efficiently. And that again just leads to that faster, more accurate task completion. Then the efficiency that's gained through simple, intuitive tools reduces the staffing hours needed for routine tasks, driving down cost savings. And then we start to improve the operational environment. So these tools then enable schools to maximise resources and that long-term profitability. And just to kind of end on this one, on Friday I had a call with one of the guys at Kixi, and the four you can see on there, the market leading, but they're bringing a new one on in the next coming weeks, which is called Scholar Pack, which will be available, and that's one of Harper's MISs, but based for lower schools too. So that will be available in the coming weeks. Next up is Kixi, so the reporting side of it too. So their tools that they provide are kind of critical, especially if we look at the periods for university enrolment. They need to be able to communicate efficiently. Schools can then manage the higher call volumes without the need for additional staff, reducing them costs and making sure they're getting the enrolment that they need for that year. These solutions also contribute to creating a positive learning environment, so helping the schools provide a smoother, more efficient interactions with students and parents. For them to be able to track call volumes, identify missed calls, staff can ensure that no missed opportunity for engagement, strengthening that first impression and improving parent satisfaction. Again, we're just leaning into that conversation around the brand and the perception of that school or university within the vertical. With Kixi, same as with Go Integrator or even WebEx, being able to view everyone's status in real time means you'll always know who's free to take a call, ensuring that quicker response times and reducing the risk of missed opportunities, leading to furthermore cost savings and a better resource utilisation. So some of the built-in reports can help the schools identify busy periods. Again, we're allowing for better staff planning and reducing the cost of overstaffing or even in some cases understaffing. And historical reports provide the valuable insights. such as time spent on calls with particular students or parents, for example. We can look at the average call lengths and plus much more. This data supports the compliance by ensuring that staff is using their time efficiently and helps pinpoint where adjustments can be made to save the school's time and money. Furthermore, spotting these call trends and the staff needs early on reduces the cost of additional hires while improving that service quality. And these insights enable schools to make strategic decisions, maximising efficiency, driving cost savings, and contributing to those increased profits over time, all while improving the school in an overall way. Next up is double recording. Now, a lot of conversations go around about recordings if someone needs it, they don't need it, and the conversation can sometimes stop right there. But by having recording in place can just provide so many more enhancements to the school as an overall perception for themselves. So first off, it kind of offers a layer of protection by ensuring that all the conversations with students and parents are monitored. We're starting to promote that child safety and that safeguarding compliance piece. Additionally, we then set a benchmark of expectations around communication standards. So staff then maintain a consistent, high quality service, protecting that school's reputation, ensuring the compliance with safeguarding policies. And that consistency then starts to minimise the potential risks, reducing the costs associated with non-compliance or even negative incidents within the school, while enhancing that school's brand as a safe, responsible institution. When we're looking at dispute resolution, in the event of these disputes, call recordings serve as an objective record, facilitating quicker, cost-effective resolutions and protecting the school from potential liabilities. The recordings themselves are also invaluable for staff training, offering real-world examples to improve performance, reviewing interactions. Staff can then start to learn best practices, refine their communication skills effectively, and that boosts that efficiency, all while reducing the costs associated with lengthy training processes. This continuous improvement then contributes to the higher admissions as a school is seen, as well as managed and professional, enhancing its reputation even further. So it's not just having recording in place on the front end, it's the knock-on effects that we really want to start leaning into when we're communicating this with our potential customers or current customers. Furthermore, you've got the reducing absenteeism. So the recordings can help identify this, while we could use the AI within Deborah itself to start to log, get an understanding of how many times someone's been calling in for being sick or for other reasons. And that then leads to that kind of accurate log of communication with students and parents, reducing confusion or any miscommunication. Furthermore, with the AI in there too, we can start to protect staff from verbal and mental abuse, creating a safer working environment, which obviously then leads to kind of a better staff retention, reducing the cost of associated turnover of staff and absenteeism across the school. And I think it's well agreed that a well-supported and safe staff then translates into a better overall performance, high productivity, and that long-term commitment to the school. Improving the admissions process, again, through clear recorded communication, builds that trust through prospective students and parents, strengthening the school's brand and increasing that enrolment. So we're looking at more efficient and transparent operations. Schools can then start to save on resources, improve the compliance, drive the profitability through these improved processes. We then get better staff performances and enhanced reputation management. And now I want to talk about the user licenses. So we've got, as most of you will know, we've got the kind of mix and match of licenses. So when we're looking at tight budgets in an environment with those in place, creating a customized voice solution tailored to specific needs can significantly cut those costs without having to sacrifice any functionality. Whether it's education licenses for classrooms or WebEx or voice to Teams for staff, or we're looking at dial tones for tannoys or corridor phones or door buzzers, we ensure that essential areas of the school remain operational while keeping those costs under control. And this level of customization not only saves money, but also saves, enhances the school's efficiency and the brand by addressing specific needs within the school. When we're looking at diverse needs in education system as well, so we need to take this into account quite strongly with education. It's probably one of the sectors that has to face this more acutely than any other. So with tools like transcribed meetings, automated closed captions, and focused windows during meetings help schools ensure inclusivity for students and staff with hearing disabilities. With captions also translatable into over 100 languages, the technology then fosters greater participation from non-native speakers, boosting that engagement and improving the overall learning experience. Furthermore, we've got keyboard shortcuts that offer accessibility for those with limited limb movement, allowing people to stay engaged and productive in meetings. And this inclusivity then reflects positively on the school's reputation as a supportive and accessible environment for all. These tools not only promote that compliance and accessibility standards, but also increase efficiency for them, so ensuring that all staff and students can then contribute fully. We can also support with the cost control within the Anywhere portal, so we're able to empower the schools and yourselves, obviously, to be able to manage those communication costs through features like restrictions on various number types, and even adding authorization codes to handsets to stop anyone accidentally calling a number within the school. So these controls can then prevent the unauthorized usage and mitigate the risk of any unexpected invoices. That way we're safeguarding the school's budgets and reducing misuse of resources. And then just preventing those misuses and optimizing the communication costs, schools can protect their assets, improve profitability, all while maintaining full control of their communication infrastructure. And just some of the key functions that we've touched on already, and some other takeaways that I wanted to throw into here. So diagnostic endpoints, so we do WebEx, we do Teams, we all know that. The granular mix and match of licenses that enable us to provide a feature-rich solution while keeping costs down. Integrations with via Kixi through Harper and Sims and so forth. The inclusivity and accessibility piece is a strong conversation to have. But as we come further down, we've got the zero-touch provisioning as well, which enables deployments to be smooth, practical, and easy to manage. Self-sufficient management of music on hold. So with the Anywhere AI Studio, schools are able to update their music on hold messages. Could be, for instance, during a snow day, they can't get to the school to make those changes, but their IT team can make those changes from anywhere in the country or anywhere in the world to ensure that the message is communicated effectively. We're even able to power down handsets as well, so there's that cost-saving element during out of school hours. We can work with the likes of Cisco to provide those handsets that are going to just add that extra story to the proposal. And also the group page or broadcasting ability as well. So in the case of emergencies, we can use the loudspeakers within handsets to be able to speak out to the wider team.
Well, I have put the sliders on, so I can run them. So if we kind of go back to the very first one, so let me just run it. The question was, on a scale of I've got this to let's call for backup, how confident are you in positioning Evolve IP's products into this vertical? So far, most people are saying I've got this.
Brilliant.
So I'll leave it a little bit longer if anyone else wants to vote. And then we'll move on to the next one.
Excellent. That's good to know.
So everyone that's voted has said, I have got this, which is good. So I shall move on to the next one, which was, in your experience, what are the key ingredients schools look for when it comes to voice and collaboration?
Yeah, and this one's probably the more important, just as important as the other questions, but for us, it's getting that information fed back to us so we can start to ensure that solutions align with what you're seeing in the market and industry. It's easy to start pushing certain products and solutions, but we want to know that it suits your customer base.
So we've got security. Somebody has said integration and costs.
Brilliant.
Any other answers? No. So we'll move on to the last one,
cool.
which is Now that you've listened to the presentation, how do you feel about discussing Evolve IP's products in education vertical? Feeling confident, or you still have a few questions? And again, everybody seems to be voting feeling confident, which is good.
Excellent. That's good. Yeah, that's happy days then. Was there any other questions from anyone else? There is a audience Q&A in the Slido as well. Do you want to activate that in case anyone has got any questions?
Yes, that's been open the whole time. So if anyone's got any
Brilliant.
questions, please put it in there, and Sam can answer, hopefully.
Well, I've got Paul Fletcher here as well, our education specialist from the Solution Consultants team, to support anything I can't answer.
Doesn't look like we've got any questions. Nope, nothing's coming through.
Okay. Either everyone's too scared to ask a question, or we've just literally covered everything and there's nothing to worry about.
Did a great job with explaining it all. So thank you all for coming. We do have some more webinars coming throughout the week. We have hospitality out next week. Retail next week, sorry. Then we have hospitality, and then we have financial and legal services. So if you're wanting to sign up to any of those, then our team will be discussing and going through the same things Sam has, but on those different verticals.
Awesome. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining.